is up, everybody? Today is, what's today? March 8th, I think. March 8th. But today is the 8th. I actually got it right. March 8th, 2020. Excuse me. I am Blaze Jays. I'm here with my man Jordanski.
What's going on?
Yes. This is J&J Boxing. So we got some things to talk about. Some things went down in the sports world. Some things went down in boxing this weekend. And I figure we start off with, we talk about the XFL, the DC Defenders. These motherfuckers finally got a win. I said finally got a win. They had two. They was 2-2. But they improved to 3-2 after losing two straight. And I think that's pretty dope. The defense came through, forced 2 field goals, if I'm not mistaken. And they scored a touchdown, got a couple field goals, did the thing. What was I going to say? Man, there was a run by the running back, the backup running back. Oh, Cardell Jones, he got benched. We was talking about that on the show on Wednesday. I told you at the end of the last game, they benched him. You know what I'm saying? Put the backup in. Cardell threw a pick today. 7 picks on the season, 7 picks in the last 3 weeks. They benched him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Pep said he's the starter, though, going forward. About Cardell Jones.
See, that's understandable. Like I told you last week, I knew they was going to bounce back. The defense, I said, it all belongs to the defense. The defense stepped up because the defense there let them down.
Yeah, they couldn't stop the run last week.
But they did a good job this week. The running game was impressive. They back up. Man, I'm telling you right now, I think that the backup should stay in as of right now because of how the offense got actually a little bit of a boost with him in there. That joint, like they was clicking for real, even though they only scored 14 points. They was clicking. The running game was the big thing for me. I know that I saw two big pass plays, which was good, but
hey, when that running back, dog, and I texted you when it happened. Y'all should see the play. Y'all should look at that one. I don't know if it's going to make top 10 plays. Bruh, they had stopped him at the joint, and I guess everybody just thought the whistle was going to blow. He hopped over these dudes and ran like another 25 yards. The shit was dope. I watched it live. It was like, oh, shit. Like, that joint was tough. That joint was a really good run. I was impressed. I forgot the guy's name who did it, but he's the backup running back.
3 running plays or the series before that, he trucks him. He's a hard runner. He's a really hard runner. And I like him. But shout out to DC Defenders for doing it. And then my man PJ Walker, the Houston Roughnecks, they did their thing too. On
There was
Saturday.
Some controversy though.
I know that at the end of the game.
Why they kneel the joint? So why didn't they just punt the ball?
I don't know why, but they also said that the other team had a chance to tie the game up
because they was down 9. So if they scored a touchdown with 2 seconds left, theoretically they could have gone for 3 and tied the game.
Which a mistake like that, they reassigned the referee. Yeah. A mistake like
the
that.
The head officiate. No, he wasn't the referee, but the
head guy
running the officials
reassigned them. So I mean, that's a good thing, but also it's like an educational thing. Like, man,
learn from it.
Learn from this, and just know the mistakes like that in the early stages of a product like the XFL. You can't have mistakes like that because that would draw viewers off of it, especially people that were invested in the game. It's like, damn, man, they had time left. Wow.
How likely was that they just? But it is a bad.
It's a bad call.
Look.
It's a bad call and bad look. But hey, DC had like 16,000 people in that joint.
That's what I was going to say next. And my man went to that joint. The first 2 games had 17,000, but still 16,000 is great. That was more than DC United got on Saturday. So
I think that's
for what it's worth. Obviously, in this community, in this area, people are interested in the DC Defenders, and we're just giving a DC perspective because we live in the DC area.
Yeah, DC, and to be honest with you, John's right on that because, at the casino today, all I saw after the game was people in DC Defender jerseys, hoodies, hats, whatever. They had DC Defender apparel, and they were boosted about it. Even when they lost the game last week, people were still out there in their DC Defenders gear, and they were pissed about the game, saying they was going to win this week. People are actually excited about the team. I'm happy about it. The fan base is sticking loyal to them. That's what's up. And I'm hoping that the ratings for the XFL went up this week. Hopefully they did. I hope the attendance went up this week too again. But only time will tell. I think that it's a good product. I think that it's a refreshing thing. I think that spring ball is cool because it gives guys an opportunity. It might not be a lot of money, but it's an opportunity. And I was talking with somebody the other day about it. Kids that don't want to go to kids that like are
don't
college.
Want to go to college. Remember that guy? The guy caught the pick today for the St. Louis team. He was the guy who went to West Virginia. I forget his name. Same play safety though.
That's a good thing though. Kids that don't want to go to college or kids that like don't got nothing to do after college, there they go. They can't continue to pursue their dream, their
And
career.
there's some solid guys in the XFL.
Oh, man, there's some
Matt
talent
Jones.
there, man.
I know former Redskins. Matt Jones is the St. Louis running back. He's played for the Skins. What's the one quarterback? Landry Jones obviously played with the Steelers. Cardell Jones played with the Chargers and the Bills. Like, you got guys who used to play in the NFL. Like, I think it's dope. I think it's decent talent and stuff like that, and I hope it continues to grow. I like it. I think it's decent, and hey, the Defenders are 3-0 at home, so that's always a good thing. Anyway, man, yeah, just some dope shit going down in the XFL. Besides the Houston game, which it's crazy that a bad call at the end takes away from a great game.
That was a good ass game.
Mm-hmm. And hey, them motherfuckers is cooking. Hey, them Roughnecks is no motherfucking joke.
And I still, even after this week, I still say it's gonna be a Roughnecks and the Defenders in the championship game.
Defenders gotta get some shit together.
I think it's gonna be them in the championship game.
Hopefully they can turn up. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed and shit. The other thing I was gonna say, and my man Maryland, these motherfuckers was cooking today.
Yeah, what you
beat
call
Michigan.
it?
I was psyched. I thought it was a great win, senior day.
I don't know if it was, what is it, whatever his name is, Anthony Cowan, or with Smith, whoever made that Jalen three. Smith. After the fucking...
At the buzzer was Jalen Smith. The center was the power forward, whatever it is.
That shit
He stroked that joint, yeah.
Hey, them boys beat the shit out of Michigan today. They didn't let up him. Usually when I watch
second half, they started cutting a little bit.
That's what I thought.
They held on, and Maryland did it.
They put the foot on the throttle, and they was like, fuck that. We're going to put our foot on their necks, and that's what they did. And I'm happy for them.
Yeah, and they got a share of the Big Ten title. If we beat Rutgers, we would have got the whole thing. But it's all good. We tied with Wisconsin, and Michigan State plays Ohio State tonight, so let's hope Ohio State wins. So it's not a three-way tie. Yeah, I'll take a two-way tie. Three-way tie is cool. But
2 seeds.
Yeah. That's what Maryland's projected as number 2 seed going into the tournament. And so let's see. Let's hope they turn up in the Big Ten tournament. I think they can beat all these guys, really. We've lost to some good teams. The Rutgers loss was bad. And I guess the Seton Hall loss. I don't know what Seton Hall's record is. But the rest of them was, that should happen. We only lost one game at home. It was to Michigan State. That's when we lost at home. I like Maryland. I think it's a good team, so we lost 6 times on the road. It's all good, man. We should get it together. Hopefully the neutral sites, we can kind of, have a home atmosphere and stuff like that. But I like my Terps, man. I think we're a decent team. I hope Jalen Smith comes back for one more year. I just say one more year. Like, let's give it one more run. I don't know if we win the national championship, obviously, we're probably going to leave. But if we don't, if we make the Elite Eight, I think he should come back for one more year because I feel like scouts don't appreciate him. I haven't seen the latest mock drafts as of recently. They had him going 26. Like, if I'm Jalen Smith and they project me to go 26, I'm like, I want to get into that top 15. I want to be a lottery pick. And I feel like if you come back for one more year, develop his game a little bit, I think Jalen Smith could be that. I think he's a really good player. Could be a really good 4 in the NBA. He can stroke it from 3. This motherfucker do be pulling up, and he's a good low post guy. I think he got to work on some things. He's a good block. He's a good defensive player, too. I mean, he does a lot of things well. He's a 5-star recruit, best player in Maryland 2 years ago. So
I'm always for guys. If you are like a Zion type of player where, go. But for guys that aren't like considered that type of, on that caliber, I'm always for them coming back a second year.
If they aren't like a top 10 pick, like
you really
certified.
Because you got to think about it in that perspective. Like, we didn't go to national championship. We got bounced out by in the Elite Eight. We got bounced out in the Sweet 16. I think I want to come back and help get this team over the hump.
Maybe
think
we
of
can do
it that way. And then number 2, think about your money. Because at the same time, if you're a lottery pick, you getting big money. If you're not, you're going to still get good money, but it's not going to be as big.
Your ass could be in the G League next year.
Nah, and that's for real. It's not going to be as the biggest money as you want for real. You got to, I want to say, like, you got to try to exhaust all your outlets first. Try to get better, hone your skills, and then take your ass to the NBA.
And have fun, man. The thing is about college, and this is what I tell about everybody. You right. You perfectly right on the Zion joint. I remember watching the NBA draft this past summer, and I'm sitting there just like, he should have stayed in school. He should have stayed in school. He should have stayed in school. Big Josh, like, you think everybody should have stayed in school. I'm not saying that. I mean, there are guys, like I said, Zion, I had no issue. I thought it was great that he went to college for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. I thought he really improved himself because he wasn't going to be the number 1 pick coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? But because he wasn't the number 1 recruit, he was like number 6. And this motherfucker came in and cooked shit. You feel me? Or the dude who plays with the Bulls, Kobe White. He went to UNC last year, point guard. Dude who had the fro. He was like number 21 on the, you know what I'm saying, the top 100 recruits, and he turned himself into a lottery pick. Like, so in those instances, I'm like, go to the league. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more you can really prove unless you want to come back for a national championship, I guess, or be player of the year. Or Zion was player of the year.
I feel about Cam Reddish because you're not really hearing shit about him.
He should have came back. He should have came back to Duke. Cam Reddish definitely should have come back to Duke. I know.
Shit, man, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm telling you right now, if he would have came back, I'm pretty sure Duke wouldn't be in the situation they're in right now.
I think they'd be even better if they had got Cam Reddish.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have been in a situation they're in.
I mean, they're still a really good team. UNC's the one who's stinking it up.
But still, Duke would.
They're not. It seems like they're a little off than typical.
They're not Duke. That's what I'm saying. Like, they would have been in a better situation. Cam would have came in, but then lead that team.
And then in his sophomore year, I think it'd been great.
I think it would have been.
That was a case where he definitely should have come back. But like RJ Barrett, Zion, y'all good. Excuse me. 2 guys who I was wrong about though were Trae Young with the Hawks and Kevin Huerter at Maryland, who also plays with the Hawks. Interesting enough. I thought both of them should have came back. Like after Trae Young, he was cooking his freshman year. But they got bounced early in the tournament. Shit kind of went south. I said, bro, I like Trae Young, but I think he needs 1 more year at Oklahoma. Prove me wrong. He been cooking last year. And Kevin Huerter, too. He went to Maryland. He left, like, he wasn't even supposed to be a draft pick. And he went to the NBA scouting combine, because you know you can do that. You can go to the combine as long as you don't hire an agent. And this motherfucker was the 17th pick. And I'm like, bruh, Huerter, you should have come back for your senior year. Come back for 1 more year. Hey, but he's cooking shit in the NBA. He's a nice little duo with Trae Young. And look at Bruno Fernando. I thought Bruno Fernando was going to be a lottery pick last year. Like, I was like, bruh, he probably going to go like 14 or 15. But I really thought he was talented. I thought he was a great player. And, yeah, he was a second-round pick, spent some time in the G League this year. And so if I'm Jalen Smith, I'm looking at that as, man, you see how they did Bruno dirty? Like, they might do Jalen dirty. So, man, I think he should come back for 1 more year. I think it'd be great if he came back for his junior year. Unless they win the national championship. Then, fuck that shit. Just go to the league, man. There ain't nothing more you can really prove for real. But, man, I like the squad. We've been talking about them for like 10 minutes, man. I really like the team. So, anyway, yeah, man, that's what's going down. And the Lakers beat the Clippers today.
I know, I saw that game.
Which was surprising because the Clippers had taken the first 2 games.
But that third quarter, and especially that fourth quarter, they turned up on them.
Mm-hmm. They said Avery Bradley was cooking in the third. I didn't see the game. I just saw the score.
I saw the game. The third and fourth quarter, they closed the gap on them. Like, god damn, I really thought that the Clippers, really for looking at the Clippers in the third quarter, I was like, god, their score was they closed the gap going into the ending the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, but then the Lakers just took off on them. And the Lakers, I think the final score was like 1-something to 107. So I mean, it still was a good game. Everybody was playing too. That was the one thing I was kind of like skeptical of. I thought that Kawhi and Paul George were going to, or Kawhi, whatever the fuck. Kawhi. Yeah. But I get his name messed up. I don't give a fuck. Leonard, I thought he was on load management, but he wasn't. Him and Paul George are playing, which is interesting to see. Like, cause I still think that's going to be the matchup to see who's going to come out the West.
And the Lakers were missing 2 guys. I forget who they were, but they had LeBron, AD, Avery Bradley, essentially. So, but yeah, you're right. That definitely could be the Western Conference Finals. And hey, I just want to put it out there. My favorite player is Andrew Wiggins. I had to leave LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go with the Lakers. But my man was traded to the Warriors. So when Steph and Clay come back, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be rocking with the Dubs. That's gonna be my Western Conference team. My East Coast team is the Wizards, obviously. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be rocking with the Warriors next year. So hey, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna bounce back. They probably gonna get a lottery pick this year too.
Shit, they need.
Yeah, they some garbage. Steph, Man, he really wants to play though. You know
I
what
know
I'm
he
saying?
does,
So man,
but
I'm
he
like,
needs
fuck
to.
it, let him go.
He needs to.
Let him jail with Andrew Wiggins.
Nah, I feel you go ahead and get that time with Wiggins, but at the same time, I've been like, bro, if I was A-Dub, I'm like, man,
Might as well stink this shit up as
man,
worst as
just
possible.
stay, like for real, like stay off because you really ain't doing nothing. What if you get hurt again? Like now we gotta wait for you again. And maybe it's gonna affect you for the next season. Like just stay out. I understand coming in to sell tickets and to get give the team a spark, but what type of spark they motherfucking need? They need more than a spark. They need everybody to lose a whole rack of games for them to get back in it. So I think it's over with. I know it's over with them, but at the same time, I can stand Steph's determination to win and his will to win. And as a leader, I can understand that shit too. So I'm happy I see him back. Can't wait to see Clay back because I can't wait to see Clay.
Clay, I feel like Clay's gonna
Andrew
appreciate
Wiggins.
it as a shooter, like just because he's kind of sort of in Steph's shadow. Like, man, Clay Thompson can really
Shit,
drain
man,
this shit
he
too.
about
And
to-
his dad Michael knows a lot about boxing.
Next,
too, but that's
fucking next season is going to be the Clay and the Steph show against Splash Brothers.
Hey, Andrew Wiggins too. Andrew Wiggins in the mix. Oh yeah, we gonna make a run for it. Hey, y'all can tell I'm a big basketball fan. Like it seems like I don't really like basketball and I don't really watch it like night to night, like particularly the NBA. But hey, I really fuck with basketball though. Basketball is one of my. I tell people basketball is my second favorite sport. Football is one, basketball two, and baseball or boxing are tied with third. Just because like baseball is, I fuck with baseball, but you know what I'm saying. Like I think boxing is more exciting. Except boxing has all the politics involved and all that gay ass shit that goes down. That's probably the wrong word, but all that stupid stuff that goes down in boxing, because it does. Boxing has that stupid ass shit, and baseball has its whack shit too. But I like them the same. But hey, basketball is number two. I really like me some basketball. Hey, when Clay came out, I mean not Clay. I didn't really know Clay when I think he went to Washington State, but Steph went to Davidson in North Carolina, basically a D2 for real, you know what I'm saying, lower level, D1 in basketball. I really did not think Steph was going to be this good, dog, like all these years. Like, he really makes the Warriors a better team. Like, he's the heart and soul of that team, bruh. When he was at Davidson, I thought he'd be a good player. Like, I thought he'd be straight, and I remember him in college. It was just, I've seen guys who could shoot in college. Remember Jimmer Fredette? And that's an interesting tale within itself. Like, he's, like, too good for the Chinese. He's too good for international basketball, but he's not good enough for the NBA. Weird fucking conundrum because he's a volume shooter. But I thought Steph was, even though Steph was before him, Jimmer Fredette, or remember in the early days of J.J. Redick, he was splashing them at Duke. This motherfucker got to the league and couldn't shoot a lick for, like, his first 3 years. Like, I thought that was kind of going to be Steph.
He kind of fizzled out, too, because of that. His game didn't translate to the NBA.
I mean, he got better, though. J.J. Redick has definitely become a solid player who's played in the league probably, like, 15 years at this point. Like, J.J. Redick is a good player. He's definitely not Steph, though. Like, Steph is a game changer, an MVP. Yeah. Like, Steph is like, oh, shit. And, bro, I did not see that coming. If you'd asked me 10, 11 years ago, what you think about Steph Curry? I'm like, he's a good player. He can really shoot that motherfucker, but he'll probably, at best, be like a role player. Like, he'll probably be a good shooter on, like, a really great team type shit. Nah, MVPs, nah, hell. Steph Curry, could you imagine Steph Curry win an MVP? Like, nah, he doesn't do enough things good. Boy, prove this shit out me wrong. I didn't think James Harden was going to be that good either. When OKC traded him to Houston, I was like, James Harden's good. He's a good scorer. Maybe he can, develop into a 22 points a game kind of guy at best. Maybe an all-star. I didn't see this shit coming, you know what I'm saying? And so, with Giannis, I don't think the Bucks saw that shit coming, so I ain't know nothing about him coming out of Greece. But man, it's just crazy how guys can develop and shit. And like John Morant, you know what I'm saying, went to Murray State, was slept on, and there's a dude who plays for Dayton. I forget his name, Obi something. He was super slept on coming out of high school, and has become a really good player with Dayton. So, man, it's just, if you can develop a shot, I feel like it's a big thing, if you're not, 6'11" or nothing. If you can develop, even if you're 6'11", like Jalen Smith, if you can develop a three-pointer, shit, that shit will help you along the way. You feel me? So, hey, man, I'm a really big basketball fan. I can talk about that shit for a break. But, let's get to some more important news. They're saying Tom Brady probably going to leave the Patriots. What do you think? Or he might stay with New England. What do you think? How do you think that situation is going to play out?
Just like that.
Blah.
Who cares?
I mean,
Tom Brady, I don't care.
You know.
One of the things is like he wants to play until whenever.
45.
Dude, you better take your 6 rings
and retire.
And don't tarnish your career. And that's why I'm saying blah, because not for real, because like what happens, I know people saying like he go to Tennessee. Tennessee does have a young team. They got a solid receiver.
That's the New England of the South.
That's the solid receiver in A.J. Brown. They got a solid running back in Derrick Henry. They got a solid defense. They got a solid offensive line. That was proven. But at the same time, it's like, okay, because you got Tom Brady, you're going to turn
You think that's going to make y'all take the next step?
No.
He might be just a little upgrade over Ryan Tannehill at this point.
And I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback, because obviously he's a great quarterback.
He's more of a, at this point, he's more of a run-of-the-mill. He's like fringe top 10, maybe top 15.
I'm still going to, with any team with him on it, it's a good addition. But I'm saying is why are we going for old when I can go for young and I can build my franchise? Tom Brady's only going to be here for what, a year, 2 years? Y'all about to give him what? How much money for 2 years?
$60 million over 2 years.
Nah, I'm not doing that. Me personally, I'd be like, all right, Tom, you can come in, but I'll give you a 1 year contract. I'll give you $20 million for 1 year. I'm not going to give you a long ass deal. I'm sorry. I know you want to play to 45. But I don't got time to wait for you to go over 45. You think you Brett Favre can come out here and playing all these times, bro? That shit tarnishes your career for real. I think that.
And he's getting worried. Like, I mean, I kind of thought he hit that wall last year.
I just think that it's time for him to.
It's not, man. It's just time, man.
It's out in the sunset. Like
20 years in the NFL, 6 rings. Bro, just go.
People in our generation can't say that.
Nobody has won 6 rings.
In our generation, nobody has been a better quarterback than Tom Brady. So it's like, that's just point blank. I don't care what nobody say. You can't say Peyton Manning was great, but where the rings at to prove it?
Jordan, don't start that shit. Cause I'm sorry. I'm Team Peyton.
I understand Team Peyton and everything, but where the rings at to prove it?
No,
at the end of the day, it's not blasphemy. It's serious. At the end of the day, where are the rings to prove it? You play this game for championships. That's what you play this game for. We playing this game to be a Super Bowl champion. I'm not playing this as a team game.
And there's 24 starters, right? 11 on offense.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that Tom Brady had better teams than Peyton.
Oh, get out of here.
He did have better teams than Peyton.
It does not
Peyton
matter.
had a defense for about 2 years in Indianapolis. All right, they got beat by the Seahawks. But all right, okay, it's all right.
Matter.
Who has the record for most touchdowns in the season?
Who?
Peyton Manning threw 55. And the thing is, he didn't have Randy Moss. Tom Brady threw 50 with Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? So... No. And Brad,
what was that? Reggie Wayne, they was going back and forth.
Reggie Wayne and then Marvin Harrison, you know what I'm saying? Harrison was great.
Did they win a Super Bowl that year when he threw 50? Didn't he?
No, they lost to the Giants. Remember, they almost went undefeated? And when Manning threw 55, now they lost to the Seahawks. They got blown out by the Seahawks.
All right, so there you go. 55 touchdowns and no Super Bowl.
He's won 2 Super Bowls, so I don't care.
Brady won 6.
All right, that's fine. So
it's being real. Like you say, you're an NBA fan. What do everybody chase? They chase 6 rings. Who they chase?
Well, basketball's different.
They don't chase Bill Russell. They chase
You got
Michael
5
Jordan.
starters on the floor.
So yeah, that's right. You got 5 starters on a football field. You got 12 starters. You got an offensive line who's going to block for you. You got the quarterback who's going to throw. You got the running back and receivers who's going to do what they do.
11 players and
it doesn't.
Kicker.
Yeah, whatever. So it's saying like it's just as simple as this, bro. It's 12. 6 rings, 2. Okay, I'm not taking nothing away from Peyton Manning. I'm not saying that he's a bum, because hell no, he ain't no bum. He number 2 greatest quarterback in my generation. I don't care if nobody number 2. I hate Tom Brady, but at the same time, wipe away all them deflate gates and all that stuff and all that shit, and look at the volume of his work. The dude is number 1, like 6 rings.
The luckiest team. They play in the easiest division.
Hey.
All right. We don't got to talk about that. We both agree that Brady should retire, right? 2021, he shouldn't come out, so we both agree on that. So let's just leave it at that. What about Dak Prescott? Did you hear the Cowboys offered him?
About him either.
33. I'm just asking about the contract.
Franchise his ass if you don't want to do it.
I agree. But what I'm saying is they offered him $33 million a year. I don't know the length of the contract.
He don't need $33 million because he not $33 million a year.
He better accept that shit ASAP. He better accept that shit. Like, that's the best deal I think he could possibly get from the Cowboys.
You're not about to be the highest paid quarterback when you don't even fucking win a playoff game.
Go 8-8.
You're not about to be a highest paid quarterback. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, I think Dak's overrated. I think he's just kind of supported by his team.
He's a decent quarterback, but
he has 15,
he has pieces, and then he got pieces, and they went fucking 8-8. So.
And they lost to like teams that were, you know what I'm saying, over 500 and shit. Like, it's weird, like their record. They beat on the sorry teams. So, for what it's worth, if you was Dak, would you accept that contract, $33 million a year? I think $105 million guaranteed.
$105 million guaranteed, yeah. I'm
Hell
taking $105 guaranteed.
Well, you
I
better
don't
sign
care
that bitch first day.
Whatever he has going on, bro. You don't understand that you got a quarterback, an older quarterback, that your owner would not mind bringing his ass in.
They'll replace Dak for Brady any day of this motherfucking
like,
week.
You don't really have any choices. Where you gonna go to the Bengals? You gonna go to fucking Tampa? Where you gonna go to motherfucking Tennessee? No. You might as well stay your ass in Dallas. Take that 33. Take that 105 guaranteed. Because if you get hurt, no matter what happens, I got 105 mil guaranteed. So hey, that whatever happens. At this point, y'all can release me, but I still got 105 mil that's guaranteed that y'all gotta give me.
$100 million.
Son, so what is the problem here? You got Amari Cooper, you got motherfucking a good line, you got Zeke, and I think, and no, there's another thing I hope he don't come back is Jason Witten. Take your ass out of here too, because he wasn't. He shouldn't even came back.
Second time.
What are you coming back for? Like, they went 8-8.
He got a couple touchdowns, but
a couple.
He was a shell of his form.
Yeah, like, bro, you just.
He's a competent tight end, but he definitely was not.
He wasn't. No, he was not. He was not. So it's time for you to get the hell out of here too, bro. Like, get out. Go for younger. I'm all about that. I'm all about going for younger, because at this point in time, it's like you done all you can do for the team. Let's get somebody younger in here. That's the time. That's on the Tom Brady. But for Dak, it's like, Dak, you're still young. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see what else do we need to put you in a position. I don't think they need anything else. I think that it's time for him to put up or shut up. If I'm giving you 105 mil guaranteed, 33, whatever the length is, bro, you better put up or shut up. Because if you don't, I don't mind benching you. But it's 105 mil, but I don't mind benching you.
So theoretically, that could be 165 over 5 years with 105 million.
That would make him the highest paid quarterback.
I believe so.
And I don't think he should get that, though.
Man,
I think he should.
That's
I understand.
I'm with that.
I don't think he should get. I'll give him 28 mil. I'll give him 28 mil. 85 guaranteed.
Yeah,
With the because what's his name? Kirk Cousins got 84 mil guaranteed.
Over 3 years.
I'll give him 85 over 4. 85 guaranteed, and for over 4 years, 90 mil over 4 years. That's what I would do. Like, bro, you're not.
22 and a half.
22 and a half. I meant 28. I'll give him 28. Whatever that is, that equals out to, I don't care.
5 years.
So 28.
100.
I'll give you
28. 140 over 5 years.
That's cool. I'll give you 28 and I'll give you 85 guaranteed. But other than that, I'm not going any higher because you don't prove it. I think even giving him 28 is even.
He kind of a stretch.
Yeah, I don't care what you say about the 22. I'm giving you 22. Like, if you don't take it or leave it. All right, then fucking leave.
Because he's going to get more of that from the franchise tag, though.
That's cool. Then that's what I'm going to do.
But then again, you are offering incentives.
Yes.
So question this. So hypothetically, if they were to sign either Tom Brady or maybe Ryan Tannehill, theoretically, just if they did, would you want to let just that, because he's a free agent, you could franchise tag him, that's probably like $25 million now. You just got to let Dak walk. You gotta be like, man, I'm sorry, bro.
That's what's gonna happen to him. That's what I would
agree to the contract. You gotta go to Kirk Cousins route.
I'm lowballing him first because he went
they probably have lowballed him.
I'm going to lowball him at. I'll even do 25, 85 guaranteed, 25, 85 guaranteed, 4 years. That's the
125 over 5 years.
That's cool. No, I said 4. I ain't in 5. I ain't in 4.
So that'd be $100 million.
100 mil with 85 guaranteed.
Maybe lower that a little. Maybe
I'll give him
8.
Look, I'm giving him. I'm lowballing. I'm going to give him the guaranteed money is the only thing that's going to keep him anyway. So it's like, all right, $85 million guarantee. I'm getting $25
But you want to kind of create some freedom for yourself too.
I understand though, but I'm fishing right now. I'm seeing what he's going to take, what he's going to say. I'll do that if he's like, no, all right. I'm letting you know right now, we franchise tagging you. Oh, shut the fuck up. We franchise tagging you, bro. You went 8-8 last year. You're not the best quarterback to be giving you that money. You're not.
Arguably not the best QB in the division.
No, you're not.
That's you can say Carson Wentz is better.
Carson Wentz is better. I'm not going to say you can say Carson Wentz is better in my opinion.
He just is strong.
He's injury prone. He's injury prone. If Carson Wentz was healthy, the Eagles would be running that division. And that's just the bottom line of it. They'd be running that division.
And my man Haskins going to be better than him.
And I think Haskins is going to be. And let me tell you the truth. If Ron Rivera doesn't do him dirty, and I think that if they actually focus on him and actually put the time that is needed and the pieces around him with the right intangibles, I think that he'll be way better than Dak Prescott.
I wouldn't say way. I mean, Dak's been a good quarterback.
He will be way better. I'm making a prediction that he's going to be way better than Dak Prescott in 5 years. He's going to be better. In 5 years, we're going to be talking about it. I think so.
I hope.
If
Dwayne Haskins could be better than Prescott, which would mean, because Prescott's arguably a top 10 quarterback, that means Dwayne's probably pushing top 5.
Yeah, because Dwayne's going to be top. You got to look at the trends in the NFL. We got the last old quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers ain't on the team yet. Drew Brees just re-signed. You have Tom Brady, who's out there, maybe leave. So that's 1, 2, 3. Eli retired. I'm not even counting. I'm counting people that's still in there. So Eli. So we got Brees, Phillip, Tom. Who else? Damn, that's about it for the old gunslingers. You got
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna count him for
because he's coming back from injury.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, that's right. He's still in there. So Big Ben, Tom Brady, fucking Drew Brees, and Phillip Rivers. 2 of those guys have not signed a contract. 2 of those guys have not signed a contract, nor are on the team yet. 2 of them are on the team. One of them, who I think that next year, if they were to get, their defense got to get, man. Their defense be letting them down every fucking time. The Saints. Every fucking time. If the Saints defense gets on par, I think they can make a run for the Super Bowl again. Man, the NFC South, and I'm a Falcons fan, the NFC South is lacking right now. So the Saints going to come out anyway. I think the Saints are projected to come out next year. I still got them doing that. So what's going to happen? Like, Dak, like, what are you, like, bro? You are the younger guys are coming in right now. What are you going to do? You're still part of that younger guy situation. Like, what are you going to do? You got all these pieces around you. It's time to put up or shut up. This time I'm on Jerry's side. Like, usually I'm not on this man's side, but this time I'll be on his side. Like, I'll be like, look, you got to put up or shut up. What are you going to do? What do you want to prove? Your numbers are great, but your numbers aren't translating on the record, bro. We 8-8. Like, they not, when it counts, you're not doing it when it counts. So that's the problem. Like, you need to put up. It has to be something when it counts. It has to be. And I don't think he's going to do it next year. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it this season. Next season, or this season coming up. How you say? I'm sorry. He's not going to do it. I don't think that people are looking for the Cowboys to do good things. I don't think that's going to happen, man. I think that he's going to stall out. And I think that big contract, he's going to get that. If he does get the big contract, it's going to be like that. Oh, I got the big contract. I got what I wanted. Now, what I'm going to do with it, I think he's going to throw it away. I think that's what's going to happen. And that's why I would not give him so much money guaranteed. I wouldn't give him that, like $105 million. More power to him, because I would love to see a brother get this money. Get your money, man. More power to you. But from the owner standpoint, you don't deserve that shit. Where have we been since you've been here? Where?
Won a playoff game or two.
A playoff game or two. And
that ain't cutting the cheese.
No, that's not. Because it's not. That's not. They're not. Your numbers aren't translating to where we're supposed to be at. They're not translating. I'm just saying that it's not happening, bro. Like, man, I don't know. They fired Jason Garrett, so let's see. Maybe that was it. Maybe Jason Garrett was his Achilles heel. Maybe that was it. Let's find out. I don't think it was, but I don't know. Let's find out.
Should be interesting. How the offseason in the NFL plays out. So I forget what year I forget what date the league league year starts, but it's in March sometime. So, anyway, be on the lookout for that. Probably here in the next week or so, we should start hearing these NFL news start, jumping like Jordan. So, hey, now we gotta get into the boxing. Before we get into the big fight that was yesterday and the upset that happened, and we talked about before, you hear they confirmed Canelo and what's his name for May 2nd at where I forget. I think it's in Vegas though. I'm pretty sure it's in Vegas. What you think? Canelo gonna beat the shit out of Billy Joe Saunders?
No, he gonna beat the shit out of him. I think he's gonna win though. He's gonna win clean.
Yeah, he ain't gonna beat the shit out of him, but I'm with you. I actually agree with you, man. We agree on everything. I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
it could go the distance theoretically. I wouldn't be shocked if it did, but Billy Joe Saunders is gonna be like a 9-1 underdog, right?
I think because like I said, the last fight I seen Billy Joe Saunders fight, it was on that.
And he was
KSI
struggling.
Yeah, he was, and then he came through and he got the 11th round knockout.
And I've seen some of his other fights too. He's good. He's a good fighter, and he is undefeated, but he can't beat.
I just think that the better fight would have been Callum Smith, and I think
no, not Callum Smith. Nah, he lost to John Ryder. He should have lost to
Ryder.
But
for as far as like for unification purposes and just for fighting a title fight or something like that.
He should have fought Murata in Japan.
No, he should have fought Murata too, and he should have fought Andrade at 160 or asked for him to move up. But
yeah, exactly.
If in this case, where it's Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith, who were the two that they were really trying to get against, I think that Callum Smith should have got the fight.
Man, he ain't deserved that opportunity, though. I actually disagree with you there because I think because Billy Joe's undefeated and because what happened in Callum Smith's last fight, just go Billy Joe. Callum Smith might be undefeated, too, if I'm not mistaken, but he struggled his last fight. He really struggled. And I know that what's-his-name did, too, but at least he got the TKO in a struggle, like... Nah, Callum Smith wanted some fluke shit, like some corrupt boxing shit, and that's just how shit goes sometimes. But
what do you mean? It's just like
Canelo
fighting in Vegas. Why do you think people say they don't want to fight Canelo?
Yeah, because they know they look out for Canelo.
Yeah, so I mean,
we've seen this shit happen. Well, not twice. We ain't seen it happen. We saw it happen.
I really do think that what you call it took that fight, but I mean, it wasn't going to happen anyway. The talks fell through for Callum Smith. They sent him a contract. They said he refused it. So, I mean, shit happens. It's Canelo. When you're the cash cow of the sport, when you're the cash cow of the division, that's two divisions for real. Super middleweight and middleweight. He's the cash cow in both. He's a cash cow of the sport for real. I think the only person that can maybe outsell him is Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao can come out. Maybe, fuck no. Ain't no maybe. A pack fight... I'm telling you.
It depends who's pack.
I'm telling you, a pack fight. Why do you think people want that pack fight? Because pack brings money. Pack brings money.
Want that Canelo
That's
fight?
What I'm saying. I said
at this point, no, guys.
The only person that can come close. The only person that can come close to him may be Pacquiao. AJ gets what, 75
a big following.
He has a big following, but I'm talking about worldwide. As point is worldwide, Pacquiao has a worldwide following. So does Canelo.
Yeah.
But with Pacquiao being on the back in his career, I mean, yeah, of course Canelo's going to sell out more, but Pacquiao can do the exact same numbers.
Draw.
He's a real big draw.
He still is. He still is, definitely.
People want that Pacquiao fight. Say no. That's like how at 160 to 168, fight with Canelo is a payday. From 140, 147 for real. At 147, a fight with Pacquiao is your
big payday.
So that's my point to it.
Yeah, 100. I get what you're saying.
That's a money fight, but at the same time, man, he ain't fighting the people that he should be fighting. So it is what it is. Like I hope it's a good fight. I don't think that Billy Joe Saunders is going to win, but who can say? I'm not going to bet. I'm not even going to bet on the fight because I don't want to make a prediction about the fight for real because I really just don't think he's going to win. But anything can happen. I've seen a lot of upsets. In the last 3 months.
Hey man, that's how boxing is, dog. Boxing is crazy. Like you never know. We was talking about Rummy's Corner on Wednesday, how he done got fights wrong and shit. Like that's just how it goes, man. When you got 50-50 fights, or not even necessarily 50-50 fights, when you got tough fighters going in there against each other, like top guys, man, upsets happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so upset yesterday. We're gonna get into that. What do you think about next week's fight, though? I forget who he's fighting, but Shakur Stevenson. I think he's going to beat the guy, whoever's going up against.
Anybody that fights against Shakur Stevens
until
he gets to lightweight, I think that is a win.
Yeah. Shakur is just going to get dubs.
Unless he finds his way to run into Gary Russell before he gets to lightweight, then I don't know. Because if he finds his way to Gary Russell, I think Gary Russell, that would be a good matchup.
I think it'd be a really good matchup. I think Shakur Stevens will win.
I wouldn't predict that joint either because Gary's actually a good fighter.
Gary is a good fighter.
Actually, Gary's a great fighter. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's a great fighter, in my opinion. But at the same time,
he doesn't fight enough though.
No, he doesn't.
He only fights once a year. Why do you think he does that though? I want to ask you that.
I don't know. I think for him to do that, I think he's preserving his career though.
Trying to push it out so maybe he can fight in his other 40s.
So yeah, maybe
still be a good fighter when he's like
preserving his
41,
career.
42.
The less damage you take, the more fights you can put on, and the more money you can.
And he's already at like I guess not the top level, but he's up in there. So it's like why not fight once a year?
In his division, he is kind of at the top for real. It's him, Leo Santa Cruz, and
Shakur.
Yeah, Shakur. I mean Tevin Farmer no more. Tevin Farmer
coming off a loss and having another crazy.
Then you got JoJo.
JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, JoJo Diaz coming off the win. So. That division is pretty good too for
125.
Yeah.
At featherweight.
Yeah, whatchamacallit? Yeah, they're pretty good right there. They got a nice little joint going on, super featherweight and junior lightweight on that shit. Super featherweight for real. Super featherweight, junior lightweight, same shit. So I think that that'll be a good. Whoever, like I said, anybody besides the top half of his division, because I can't predict that because they the top half of the division for a reason. I think Shakur wipes them out. One thing I would say about Shakur though is it's going to be time for him to move up sooner or later because it's going to be
I definitely think he should move up to at least 130.
I think he should go to 132. It's going to be time because this is where money going to be at.
And he 5'8". Like
it's time for him to get in the mix.
Shit. Like, look at his body. He's a skinny ass dude for a dude that's 5'8". Like I'm 5'8", and this motherfucker like 100 pounds lighter than me. Nah, but for real, like he's a skinny dude for 5'8". But yeah, I think he could do 130.
In his last fight with Joet Gonzalez, man, I think that Shakur actually showed some poise in the ring that I haven't seen in his last fights. He showed some because he didn't really take it too hard on Joet Gonzalez, but he still fucking won that fight and he still outboxed him. And he outboxed him and he outclassed him in the ring. He didn't even knock him down. That's the one thing that I liked about the fight. He wasn't looking for the knockout like he usually does, and he actually outboxed him. He worked him up, and I like that fight. I think that if he was able to take that, translate that over, and move up, I think that he won't have no problems at 130. I think 130 I think he can put the 130 division on notice. Everybody right now is at the 135 division right now. Everybody, that's another thing for Shakur Stevens. Get it while it's hot. Everybody's at 135 right now. You move up to 130, man, shit. You take over that division. You already did featherweight, take over that division, then go up to lightweight.
135, yeah.
The world is yours, man. That would make good fights for the fans, good fights for yourself, legacy fights, money fights, everything. I think that, and it's competition up there for him to showcase his real ability. That's another reason why I think that he should move up, because him being down there, it is kind of like he's ransacking the whole entire division until he gets to those top half opponents. So
Leo Santa Cruz.
Not saying Leo Santa Cruz, the Gary Russells, the JoJo Diaz, all of them, like, and the Tevin Farmers. Even Tevin Farmer coming off a loss is like he's still the top half of the division.
Yeah, he's still one of the top guys. Not 100.
Excuse me, but I think that he's going to ransack his opponent this weekend. He's going to do it in good class. Hopefully, he get him out there quick.
Yeah, quicker the better. Hey, question though. So you know how he dominated, some of the lighter divisions early on, then eventually he moved up to 147. I mean, he actually fought fights at 154. I think the Oscar fight was at 154. And Canelo was at 154, if I'm not mistaken. So Floyd ventured a long way, like going up from 130 to 135, going up to 147, 154. Could you see, and they're actually both the same height, could you see Shakur Stevenson making that jump all the way to 147 or 154?
I would have to see that. I would have to see how he does in the next two divisions up, which would be 130, 135. I really, really think that if he's going to do it, you should cap yourself at 140
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because he's not as big as Floyd. Floyd's a little, like, he looks a little heavier. I mean, like I said, Shakur, he can fight like a motherfucker. This motherfucker's skinny, though. You know, he's a skinny-ass dude. Where Floyd is kind of, you know, he's small, too. 150 for a dude that's 5'8" is, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of on the average side, I feel like.
120, for real, for me, I think from like 126, or what is it, 126, 128 to 140 would be his ideal place. Now, if he wanted to jump up from 140 to go to 147, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think
could he make the jump?
That's the reason why I said I would have to wait, because I don't think he will be able to make that. That's too big of a jump. Because right now, if he's fighting at 126, that is 21 pounds that he would have to gain. That's a lot of weight to gain.
Theoretically, he can do it. But
he can do it over the years. Over the years, he can do it. Which I'm pretty sure, because once you get older, it's harder to lose weight. And you're more susceptible to gain weight. So maybe he can do it, but I don't. From as a fan or like coming from this perspective, I don't think that he should go to 154. I think 140 or 147 should be his stopping point.
140, you're saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying if he wants to make that venture,
140, he shouldn't go past 140 or 147.
He shouldn't go past 147. 140 is not that bad, because he go 140, that's 14 pounds. That's nothing.
In 5 years, he could probably do it. Yeah.
But I think for right now, he should be focusing on 126, 128, 130.
There's 126, 130. Yeah,
130.
100. I get where you're coming
126,
from.
127.
I got you.
But I mean, he's still a good fighter though. He's gonna be alright.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we're gonna lose track of all these weight class and fucking boxing. 17 of these motherfuckers. Not 100. So that's all good. What do you think about Wilder saying that he would take George Foreman's advice, or that he'll talk to George Foreman at least, and try to work out maybe going
that's
out
a
to
good
Texas.
thing. That's a good thing, because if I was him, if it wasn't going to be George, you know how I would say, you need to go call Andrew Galata and go find out how to fight fucking dirty. That is the case. Now I want everybody, people probably like, man, this dude's fucking talking crazy. He's just being funny. Now I'm not being funny. Number one, I'm being dead serious. Andrew Galata was actually a fearsome competitor back in his time in the division.
He gave Riddick Bowe some fits, but he lost both fights
because he disqualification. He was disqualified. He was a dirty ass fighter.
And to me, Riddick Bowe's a top fighter.
And then he got knocked out by Lennox Lewis too, so it doesn't really matter.
He got knocked out by Mike. I don't know if he got knocked out, but he got beat by Mike Tyson too.
Yeah, but he got knocked out by Lennox Lewis, which is pretty fucking. But Andrew Galata, I'm not saying that teach him how to box, but when it comes to like fighting dirty and fighting the dirty tactics where everybody, like, I mean, you can see it in the fight. Tyson Fury was doing some dirty tactics.
It's a fight.
Yeah, it's a fight.
It's a fight. If you gotta, bro, we've talked about it before. Boy, I'm gonna keep a motherfucker on his toes. If we clinch it, I might throw.
But that's what but still the same.
Maybe hit you with a low blow,
all
that shit.
Some of that shit's not legal. So at the same time, I'm telling them, go ahead, if it wasn't going to be George Foreman, that's who the fuck I'm going to talk to, for real. I'm like, hey, how the fuck you do I watch your dirty tactics. Teach me some of that shit, because you saw my last fight. This motherfucker used his weight on me, put me in headlocks, and all that shit. You are known for doing shit like that. Don't teach me how to low blow, because I can do that myself. But teach me the dirty tactics. This nigga excuse me, y'all. I don't care. That nigga Andrew Galata headbutted, low blowed, headbutted. He was a dirty fighter. And man, and it's crazy that I say that, because he could have been something, but he was a dirty fighter. Like, dude, you're dirty as shit. Like, real dirty. You gotta get that. I think that, that was my opinion, but at the same time, I'm happy for him he needs to take that advice. You got April, May, June, July. So let's say March,
and
April, May, June, July. So take March and April. You can't box in March anyway, because the commission, because they suspend you to April 8th. So I would take all of March and all of April. In March, all you're doing is just talking to them. Y'all going over tape. Y'all going over all this other stuff, talking to them. April. All right, April 8th come. We can still do conditioning. I can still do conditioning with you. You can't box, but you can't spar, but you can condition. So I'm gonna condition with you. I'm gonna tell you how I used to carry them motherfucking cows, carry them logs, get back into the earth. Get your legs right. That's what you need. Like George would teach you, get your legs right, man.
And you know George Foreman's son was one of his sons, George. He had 5 sons or whatever the name case may be. But one of his sons was actually heavyweight, and he never fought for any titles or anything. Retired when he was like late 20s, probably like 28, 29. But he was undefeated though. You know, and I'm sure he was fighting scrubs for real. But still, George was training them. You know what I'm saying? So George knows a little something about that. And where I think is, you know, I saw Floyd reach out, I saw Antonio Tarver reach out, and I saw George Foreman reach out. The reason I think George is better than because Floyd doesn't know what it's like to lose. I mean, he's lost before in the amateurs, but he doesn't know what it's like to lose as a professional. He doesn't know what it's like to lose in that situation. And Tarver, I think Tarver was just kind of reaching for clout. I mean, what can Tarver?
Tarver can probably teach you something.
No, he can. And Tarver was a decent fighter. He was good. But George has been through those situations as a heavyweight, though. George has fought classic fights. Bro, you look at George Foreman's resume. Look at the guys he's fought. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Jimmy Young, retired for a while. Fought Holyfield. Fought Tommy Morrison. Fought Michael Moore, the guy who beat Holyfield in '94. Like, he's fought.
Moore out, actually.
Huh? Yeah, knocked Michael Moore out. Yeah, and won the heavyweight title at 45. Bruh, George Foreman has been through some wars. He's fought against some great punchers. And he's never fought a guy 6'9", 260, 270. He ain't fought nobody like him. But you know who he has fought and he lost to him? Was Muhammad Ali. And Tyson Fury's like a bigger, cheaper version of Ali. I mean, they're not exactly the same. But they do kind of fight similar, though. And I feel like he could give Wilder some good advice. I feel like he's been through that situation. He knows what it's like to lose. He knows what it's like to lose the favorite, like when he lost to Jimmy Young. Like, he's been through those situations before. And I feel like he can give valuable advice. And what I've seen from George Foreman, he seems like a stand-up guy. You feel me? I think him and Wilder would kick it. Like, they'd go together like corn and okra.
Yeah, he ain't knocked Michael Moore out. He knocked Michael Moore out.
And he was losing that fight for him.
Yeah, and he was. Michael Moore did not make it to the count. That's how he caught he was getting, and it's funny because he was getting tagged up, and he was doing his little cross-blocking thing, and he got caught with it right. And son, he might not have been fast, but that old man's strength.
His power carried over.
Just,
when he was younger, he was more ferocious physically, but I feel like in the later stage, he was better mentally, though. Like, he wasn't as fast, he wasn't athletic. He still had that power, and he had that mind. He had that experience. He'd been through those situations.
Yeah, and it would be a great thing for him. He came to him genuinely. He said, I don't want to be part of your camp.
It ain't about no money.
I don't want your money. I'm not trying to be in your team. I just want to help you. I just want you to be great.
Oh, and that's what I was thinking about Tarver. Maybe it could be about
no, a lot of people say that about Tarver is the money. I wouldn't take Floyd because Floyd literally bet against you to lose the fight anyway. So I'm like, no, you bet against me and lose it. Thank you for like as my countryman for saying like I wanted to see you succeed, but you wasn't saying that shit when I lost though. Like before I lost, you said you thought I was going, you knew I was going to lose. Like, so nah, you should have. Why didn't you help me before then? Why didn't you help me before then?
Right.
George Foreman, on the other hand, is like, man, you lost, but I can help you get back to where you need to be back, and maybe even better. And that's why I hope that he took that joint and he took it. I've been thinking about that. I've been wanting to say that Andrew Galata thing for a long time because I was like, man, if anybody can fight dirty, it's him, and who can teach you how to actually like get in the mix and use some of them tactics that Tyson was using. I would go with him, but at the same time, he's not going to teach you nothing. You got to go with somebody who's going to teach you something because it's not all about fighting dirty. It's about the fundamentals, and it's about if you don't got the fundamentals, you need your legs. And I don't care if it's a 40-pound suit. I don't care if it's a 50-pound suit. I don't care if it's you because you got rocked and you just ain't know how to come back. Somebody that has been rocked, man, shit.
Foreman's been through those wars. I forgot Ron Lyle was a decent fighter. Bruh, Foreman has been through these wars as a heavyweight. Foreman has lost as a heavyweight. Foreman understands what it's like to be in Wilder's position. More than I feel like Floyd or more than I feel like Antonio Tarver would. And so I think it's great. I hope he takes Foreman's advice. Hey, and let's see what happens, dog. With Wilder's athleticism, I think Wilder's left hook is super slept on. I think with that 83-inch reach, I think he can use that jab to perfection. Let's see a more hungrier Wilder. Wilder who's not 37, 38. He's 34, going to be 35 this year. Let's see what happens. And if this motherfucker comes back official tissue, we going to be like, man, that was great going with George Foreman. So, hey, we'll see how she all plays out. You feel me? So, we still got a couple months for the rematch or for the third fight, the trilogy. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And the last 5 minutes of the show, which is sort of fitting because last night's upset was a 5-1. Adam Kownacki, who I thought won the first, I thought won the third. The second I actually gave to Helenas. Got rocked with some shots in the fourth and got knocked out.
I don't like the way Kownacki fights. After last night, that proves that.
He's too much of a brawler. Too much of a brawler.
He's just going for knockouts. He's not fighting to beat you by points or not fighting. Which I understand. You want to go out there and end it early. I understand
boy,
that.
6'3", 240
but
pounds.
man,
What is it,
you
like
gotta,
260
but you gotta be on your shit. He wasn't even blocking like that. He only started blocking when he got dropped. And you know what's crazy? He didn't get dropped not once, but he got dropped. I think they dropped
the first time they called it a slip.
It was a drop.
Then he got dropped again, and then they stopped it.
Yeah, he got dropped twice.
Yes.
He got dropped twice. That wasn't no slip.
Unofficially, but one officially, but yeah, I agree.
Unofficially, he got dropped twice. That was a right hand that caught him, and he dropped, man. There was no slip.
How do you call that, though, as the ref? Like, you just...
I'm calling him like you got dropped. Like
no. I'm saying it's the ref. How do you miss that? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like bro,
clearly
like,
hit him with a right.
Like and the ref was in between them though. But
yeah.
I can understand that. But at the same time, the ref got in between him when he dropped. Like bro, he didn't slip. He dropped. I don't like the way he fights. I think that he fights reckless.
As a ref, he dropped the ball.
But
no, I feel that.
He fights too reckless, man. Like going in like that. The second round, I believe that's when a lot of action came out. He hit him in the corner.
Helenas was peace. It was a competitive second round, but I thought Helenas took it.
Helenas thought that the motherfucking bell rung. That's what happened, I believe, in the corner in the second round. And caught his ass in the chin. And it was like, man, that bell did not ring there, bro. You gotta be.
Maybe that affected him a little bit in the third. But yeah, I agree. Kownacki's too much of a brawler. You can't have that style. And maybe that shit will humble him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you take losses.
Yeah, you're in the top 10 now. You out the top 10. Probably.
Yeah, Helenas is in that top 10 now.
Yeah, because when you lose to somebody that's not in the top 10, I hope they drop.
Yeah, definitely. There's no.
See, that's the whole thing with. What I was saying about the close the show, since we all want to close the show, I'm just saying that's the whole thing with the PBC thing. Last night they came out and they said that PBC is now going to be looking to pushing to make their own belt, like a PBC championship. Somebody on Twitter, like I told John earlier, somebody on Twitter came out and posted like, so with the prestige of this belt is already in question when you got your top heavyweight champion that in Deontay Wilder. 10 successful title defenses of the WBC belt done. He ain't done, but I mean when I mean done, he got beat. So Dunn got beat.
Julian Williams.
Dunn got beat. Andy Ruiz. Dunn got beat. Kownacki beat. Ortiz beat. Like it's like so. What is this belt for? Like you're saying that people are not trying to fights with your people
but y'all guys be losing.
Your guys are losing though. Like what's happened? They had a rough 3 months for real. They had a rough 3 months. Your guys are losing. So what is going to change? Like what is going to change? What are y'all going to implement to change in this joint? I don't think that
because y'all just gonna give the belt to y'all guys.
Like, and yeah, that's why I don't really think they say they're trying to do it like the UFC, how the UFC does it, but. I don't, the UFC is different because that's like, I consider that like
that's like the major league of MMA, whereas the other joints from the minor league. And unless you got the stable guy, because there's so many different promotions in boxing.
There's not and I don't think that PBC has a strong enough stable to do that because we just listed their top half of their division.
And them boys taking losses out there.
Yeah, so I mean, you can probably put on some great fights between. I would say when FA gets a bit up there.
He pieced that guy up.
Jesus Christ, FA punished that dude. That dude was playing around.
He was game in the first couple rounds, but
I
it was
think
like
that dude was joking
rounds.
around way too much. I think he was just joking way too much. He didn't take FA
Trying to be
serious,
funny,
and he
yeah.
was, and FA finished his ass.
Because he saw the last fight with the dude dropped FA, and he was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's sweet."
FA was working that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's sweet, boy. He just beat you to bits and pieces.
For like 4 or 5 rounds, he was just jabbing and shit.
Yeah,
you could see
yeah.
his face like, oh god, I felt bad for the dude. Like he was just getting his shit punished.
The first 4 rounds, I thought it was fairly competitive, but after about round 5, shit started getting real. Yeah, shit started getting real.
Punishing. But that's what it's like. So with that being said, like who else do you have that can get in the mix with this? Because now if you do that, you gotta create a PBC top 10. So who's going to be in your top 10? Think about it. If you do it for the heavyweight division, you're going to do it for every belt for real. They're talking about not doing it for just the heavyweight division, for every division for it. It's a PBC championship. That's one belt, one division. But at the same time, it's like, do you have the stable of fighters to do that? And do you have the stable of fighters with enough prestige to make your belt mean something, to make your belt matter? Which right now, I don't think that they do. Right now, I don't think that would be a good idea for them to do it. Number one, I don't even see any of those heavyweight guys or any of those. I don't know about the little guys, but I don't think the heavyweight guys would be like, nah, man, we don't want that shit. I want the WBC, the WBO, WBA, and the IBF, and the IBO. I want them joints because I want to be unified. I want to be the champion. That's where the money is at. If you're not bringing money to the table, if you're not telling them that, oh, this joint going to be official, then nah, it's not. I don't think it's a good idea, and that's just my opinion on it. Because I heard about it last night, and they were talking about it today a little bit, but I don't think that shit's going to work out. I don't think that they should do it. I think that it's ludicrous to me that these fight promotions, that these promoters and these fighters can't come together and make agreements like how the Wilder and the Tyson Fury joint. I know, but how the Wilder and the Fury joint went down, that was a beautiful display of partnership. Yes, and ESPN and Fox doing that together. I think that was beautiful. I think that if they can do that for a big fight, anybody else should be able to do that. And that's the truth. What John said, anybody else should be able to do that. And that's just my opinion on it. I think that shit is kind of bogus that we got to go through stuff like that. I think it's bogus that the fighters got to go through shit like that because I feel like that the fighters want to fight. It's just the promoters that are getting away with it. And maybe with the promoters weren't there, maybe it was the fighters is doing it, maybe that would be something different. But at the same time, I know that the promoters are there as a medium to help them promote this fight. So I understand it from their point of view, and I understand it from everybody else's point of view, but I just think that this thing is a bad idea. Don't do it. Because think about it, then you're going to have motherfucking... you got PBC, you got Matchroom Boxing, you got DAZN, you got Top Rank, you got Frank Warren, and you know Showtime Boxing, but which is Showtime Boxing is the same thing. I consider that with PBC and Fox for real.
There's a joint that Andrade had been with him. There's kind of a lower tier joint. He's with Matchroom now. But
but
he'd been there. So there's a bunch of different promoters.
I think that
probably 5 big ones and probably 5 sort of small ones.
I think that's really. Degrading the division for real, degrading it because now you're going to be like, oh, we're only going to keep these fighters fighting these fighters.
Yeah, and
that's not good. That's not good. Nah, that's not good.
Yeah, hey, last thing is Joshua Pulev has been confirmed for June 20th, and hey, I'm 4-4 online in Fight Night Champion. I was feeling real good. I thought I was a beast of that motherfucker. Then I played this morning, and I got my little shit busted. Got thrown to the buzzsaw. So I'm like Deontay Wilder. I gotta get back. You know what I'm saying? Back to the drawing board. Shit. Hey, I'm 4-4 though. You feel me? So we trying. Hey, so this was J&J Boxing. Anything you want to add about wrestling, AEW, nothing like that. All right, make sure to keep your guard up, and we'll be back on Wednesday.
Like, share, subscribe, and continue to support. Man.
Special Sunday show.
Continue to support.